Welcome to the Real Man Group Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Gray, and as always, I'm so happy to be here. You are now tuning into the fastest growing podcast on YouTube, and this I am forever grateful for all the support that you gave to the channel. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's been sending me messages, DMs, and also emails, and inspired me to start this segment. This segment is called Ask Gray, and this is part one of this series. Hopefully we're able to keep it going. So you guys inspired me to do this. Thank you. Thank you very much. Feeling a little underneath the weather, but show must go on. So I would never mention you guys. I would never mention your handle. I would keep everything confidential. For the record, I am not a professional. I'm not a professional therapist. I have my shit with me. I went through my healing process, and just giving you my opinion on the questions that you sent over. So if anybody has any questions, I'll put the email address below and also my Instagram. And feel free to reach out. And I would love to answer some of you guys' questions. So before I get started, viewers, how you healing? Okay. So the first question is, okay. So dear Mr. Gray, me and my ex has been broken up for a little over a year now. We kept in contact just because of the relationship just didn't work out. It just wasn't the right time for us. But we remain friends. Our relationship has grown stronger since we separated. I really appreciate him and his friendship and his advice that he gives me. But I am now engaged, and we have a wedding scheduled for next year. I really would like for him to attend my wedding. Do you think this is a good idea? What's your thoughts on it? Oof. See, I understand keeping the friendship going, especially if you guys has established that type of rapport with one another. But remaining friends with your ex while you are engaged to another man, you should be asking him that question. You should be asking your fiance if he's okay with you guys still being in communication, let alone inviting this man to your wedding. I can only put myself in his shoes. Like, how would I feel if my fiance invited her ex to our wedding? I don't think it's a good idea. And if you haven't had a conversation with your fiance about being in contact with this man, I think you should. I really think you should. Especially you guys were romantic. I don't know how long you guys have been together. I don't know if it was a short stint or I don't know what it is, but ultimately you should have been having this conversation with your new fiance and asking him if it's okay that you guys are still in communication. So if you want my opinion, that man should not be invited to this wedding. And you got to be careful because shit can happen. And you don't want to be put in a situation where you can't get yourself out of. So there was a video online that a husband asked his wife, would you ever cheat on me? And she said, yeah, I would. But that's the reason why I don't put myself in these positions. Because I'm human. I have feelings, I have emotions. So I try very hard not to put myself in that position. So I don't keep in contact with my exes. I don't entertain new people. So maybe you should have that same mindset. So should you invite your ex to your wedding? Absolutely not. Not a good idea. All right, so the next question is, dear Mr. Gray, I'm in a relationship with a man. He's 40 years old, and I make 3 times more money than him. He's a great person. I love him. I want to travel. I want to do stuff, but he can't afford it. How to deal with this type of situation? Oof. The most important thing that you need to understand is that you don't want to make this man feel insecure about his finances. And the last thing that you want to do is try to emasculate him by saying that, or make him feel like he's not on your financial level. You know, we live in a world where women are starting to make a lot more money than fellas. They're making a lot more money than the men. So the chances of you dating or dealing with somebody who is making less than you is quite great during these times. It's quite great. But conversation is so important. And especially during the first stages of your dating or getting to know someone, is speaking about, finances, speaking about what their future, like what are they looking to achieve within the next 5 years, and touching on that finances. Because as you know, the number one killers of relationship is communication and finances. So you got to have that conversation with this person early and knowing where you guys stand, because I say this all the time, like whatever your heart knows are when you dating or getting to know somebody, you got to stand on those. You got to stand on those. So if you knew you made 3 times more than him and that made you feel uncomfortable, then why even move forward? Why move forward with a relationship if you know that ultimately that he doesn't make enough money for you? He's not able to pay or do the things that you love to do, like travel, shop, things like that. But my question to you is he working towards making more money? Are you able to see him trying to find different ways to make more money? Some people are complacent with the amount of money that they're making, their jobs. Some people just want to go to work and go home. They don't want great responsibilities. And as you know, when you're making that money, that comes with great responsibilities. So you need to be honest with this man. Motivate him. Find opportunities for him. If he's driving a truck and he's not making a lot of money driving his truck, maybe look up ways where he can start a business trucking. Or maybe you guys can find something together to supplement the income. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to create your team. But that's only if you're able to see a future with this guy. Because if you're not able to see a future with him, then why even be having these conversations? Why discuss future plans? I mean, if he's able to pay for his part of the bill, or even the bill, if you guys are living separately, he's paying his bills and you're paying yours. Until you guys are discussing moving in with each other, I don't think this should be an issue. And if you guys want to go on vacations, you want to take a vacation, let him know well in advance so he can put some money to the side. Maybe work overtime so you guys can take that family or that vacation. As much as you would like for men to be mind readers, we're not mind readers. We can't read your mind and say, this is what she needs from me and this is what she wants from me. Sometimes we need to be guided. Sometimes you need to put things in front of us. But you got to do it in a way where it's not condescending. You got to do it in a way where you're trying to support us and help us. Because the last thing that a man wants to deal with is somebody who's telling us what to do. And you don't want to emasculate him. You don't want him to feel less of a man. Because there's one thing about a man, the moment that he feels like you don't have respect for him, or you don't respect him, or you are better than him, that's the moment where you start losing him and he start looking elsewhere. So if you believe in this relationship and you believe that you guys could have a future together, then maybe you need to work with him. You need to work with him. A lot of us didn't grow up with people and role models to teach us these things. You know, sometimes we are a product of our environment, and there's some things that's all that we know. Women has always been those who travel, see the world, more comfortable in therapy. They speak more freely. Men are more together. They like, we deal with shit behind closed doors. We have conversations with ourselves versus having conversations with other people. So maybe this man wants to make more money. Maybe he wants to be able to get you and buy you the finer things in life. Maybe he wants to be able to take you on that vacation, but he's just trying to figure out what it is. So you either need to work with him or you need to let him go. Let that man go if you don't feel that you are able to have something with him because of the money that he's making. But I'm sure you knew this. If you didn't know this, then you wasn't asking the right questions. You got to have those uncomfortable conversations, especially in the beginning, because that's where you are going to learn the most about a person. And you will be able to know that this is going to work for me. This is not going to work for me. So don't emasculate that man. Have a conversation with him. All right, so next question. You're Mr. Gray. This is a tough one. I slept with my fiance's mother. I have more feelings for her than I do for my fiance. We had Thanksgiving dinner. I couldn't stop looking and thinking about her. When we was in the kitchen, she bent down and actually kissed me on my cheek, and my emotions was running crazy. I almost wanted to grab her and make love to her right then and there. So, bro, you fucking your fiance's mother? You are fucking your fiance's mother. Listen, I'm gonna call people out on their shit. You don't understand the fire you fucking playing with, bro. You are playing with fire. So what are you looking to achieve from this? Are you really thinking about having a relationship with your fiance's mother? First of all, how did it even get to that point? How did it get to that point? I need to have a drink. I gotta process this for a minute. So what are you looking to achieve? Like, what is your end goal? Are you asking me if you should leave your fiance to be with her mother? How did it happen? Did you just fall in the pussy? And she just tripped and fell on top of the dick? Bruh. All right, so are you still going to marry this woman? Are you still going to marry your fiance, knowing that you are sleeping with her mother? This is my own question. Are you fucking her raw? Are you smashing your fiance's mother raw? Jesus. I'm going to let the viewers chime in on this one. I'm just going to say, boy, you playing with fire. You playing with fire that's going to burn the fuck out of you. You got mother and daughter tied to you. You are sleeping with both of them. Call the wedding off, bro. Call the wedding off. Tell her you getting cold feet. Tell her that you're not ready for marriage. Because there's no way that you are ready for marriage if you are smashing your fiance's mother. You couldn't pick somebody on the outside? Yo, if it was I'm smashing my ex, okay, cool, I fucking get that. But her mother? Viewers, leave a comment in the comment section. Because I'm lost for words. I don't even know how to even begin to answer this question. So thank you for tuning in to the Real Men Group podcast. Welcome to part 1 of Ask Gray. So if you have any questions, man, I'm gonna put the email address below and also my Instagram. All right, so let's go to the next question. What's good, bro? I've been struggling with pleasing my wife. My shit ain't getting hard anymore. I've been trying, but it won't stay hard. She's a very sexual person, and I feel like she's going to cheat on me. I tried everything. I tried the honey packs. I even tried Viagra. It's just not working for me. What do you think I should do? I'm lost, bro. I think I'm going to lose my wife. Oof. Listen, there's a few things that I want to bring to your attention. The number one question is, are you still attracted to your wife? Do you still find her to be sexy? Are you sexually attracted to your wife? Because if you're not, that plays a significant role on your mental. See, a lot of people don't understand, like, sex is 90% mental, 10% stimulation. So if you're not mentally there, if you're not mentally connected or even emotionally connected to your wife, then the sex is not going to be good. So are you still sexually attracted to your wife? Because if you're not, then your dick is not going to get hard. And it doesn't matter what type of supplements that you are using. It's just not going to work, bro. But you got to ask yourself this one question, like, why aren't you sexually attracted to your wife? If that is the case, I mean, there could be a medical condition where you are suffering from erectile dysfunction. But are you still sexually attracted to your wife? That's the first question. The next question, stand by. The next question I have for you is, like, are you watching porn? And how often are you watching porn? See, a lot of people don't understand, like, if you are watching porn all the time, your sex drive is not going to be there. So you may think that you have erectile dysfunction, but that's not the case. You could be developing some form of porn addiction where you have zero desires of actually having sex with a real woman. Look that up. So I'm going to say this to all the fellas and even ladies. If you are watching porn all the time and you are wondering why your sex life is not where it should be, that you don't have that mood. You're not in the mood to have sex with your partner. But then you are sneaking off and watching porn. That's the problem. That's the problem. See, people don't know that you could be addicted to porn. You could be addicted and you are sitting there wondering why your dick can't get hard when you're trying to fuck your wife or fuck your girl. You are watching too much porn. You are watching too much porn. So you are fantasizing over someone that you are watching on the screen. So if your lady is not performing, if she's not looking like the woman that you fantasize about, then 9 times out of 10, your dick is not going to get hard when it's time to have sex. Porn addiction is real. And it's not just the fellas. Ladies, you guys watch a lot of porn too. And you fantasizing about things that's not happening in the bedroom. And fellas, we do the same thing. The same thing. And you wondering why sex is not the way it should be. You are losing interest in the person that you are with because you are always watching porn. So to answer your question, the fact that you can't get hard to fuck your wife is 2 questions. Are you sexually attracted to her? Do you still have that desire to sleep with her? Do you still find her attractive? Or are you engaging in too much porn activity? So that's the question that I have for you, viewer. And thank you for submitting to Ask Gray. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you take something away from that. And even fellas watching, hopefully you take something away from that too. Watching too much porn can ruin your life. I'm gonna do an episode on porn addiction. I think that's important to talk about. Let me go to the next question. So viewers, how you healing? How are you healing? You are tuning into the first edition of Ask Gray. I'm so happy to be here. All right, so next question. I found out that my girl has a secret bank account. I've been paying all the bills and struggling. I've been working so much overtime and picking up side jobs. I opened the mail the other day and I found out that she has a secret account. It was a bank statement of over $10,000 in a separate account. Should I say something to her? What do you think I should do? Oof. Finances. Those are a killer. Yeah, I will have a conversation with her. But then she's going to ask you why you opening her shit. Why you opening mail that's not addressed to you. So you better be careful on what you say and how you say it. But if she's stashing money, she's hiding money from you, then why is she hiding money from you? I understand that you are paying all the bills. You are working all this overtime and picking up side jobs to keep the bills afloat. Do she trust you with the finances? What is the status of your relationship? Is she storing money so she can dip on you, so she can have a nest egg? Why is she saving up this money? And you don't know nothing about it. But you got to be careful because you don't want to seem like a person that's not respecting her privacy. And opening up her mail and going through her shit. Because men, we don't like that. We don't like when women fucking invade our privacy. Going through our shit, going through our pockets, let alone opening mail that's not addressed to us. Or them. So you're in a tough situation. you in a tough situation. Maybe what you can do is tell her that you want to work on something, that maybe you want to save up to get the kitchen redone, or take her on a romantic vacation. Ask her if she's able and willing to help save for that, and see if she'd be open to letting you know that she's been saving money. But you also can't jump the gun. You can't jump the gun just yet. Christmas is right around the corner. Maybe that's her Christmas fund for you. Maybe she's planning on buying you something that you really want. Maybe she's acknowledging the fact that you are working hard and you're doing all this overtime and picking up second jobs, that she wants to do something incredible for you for Christmas. Don't bite your hand to spite your face. Communication and finances. Communication and finances are the most important elements of a marriage. And also privacy. So you are stuck between the three most important things when it comes down to relationships. But don't jump the gun, brother. Don't jump the gun, because you might regret that. So maybe just have a conversation and say, listen, this is what I'm looking to do. I'm saving up. I would like to get this done. And maybe she would say, hey, I've been saving up to help you. I know you got a lot on your plate. You've been a provider for this family. I'm trying to do something nice for you. So, bro, have that conversation. Have that conversation. Because you might be amazed as to why she has this secret account. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this segment of Ask Gray. And please feel free if you have any questions or something that you would like for me to research. I'm going to put the email address below and also my Instagram. Feel free to send me anything. But please understand, for the record, I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist. I don't have degrees. I don't have plaques on the wall. I'm just a man that did a lot of fuck shit, went through my healing process, and a little bit more educated than a lot of the fellas out here. So all I can do is just give you my honest opinion on you and your situation. So if the relationship is over after you have this conversation or you following my advice, don't blame me. Don't blame me. This is just my opinion. And apparently, due to you guys sending me these Ask Grays, I guess you guys value my opinion, and I greatly appreciate it. But keep it going. This is part 1 of Ask Gray of the Real Men Group podcast. And I'm your host, Mr. Gray, and I'm so happy to be here. Until the next one. Peace.